What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about a play that I've mentioned a lot on this channel. And the reason why I mention it a lot is because I believe in it, right? I'm going to continue to talk about the things that I'm invested into, that I like, that I see that has a larger future and you can gain the most as you move along. Now, there are a lot of opportunities that are out there. Some that you can make money now, some that we won't even know when you'll make money, but it could surprise you. Others that you'll be able to make money in the long term. And then there's those ones, right? The ones where you can make some short term as well as long term, as well as ultra long term and forever. And one of those plays is JASMY coin. JASMY coin, I've talked about when it was at 30% of a penny. And I mentioned that this was going to be worth a lot more and that it would reach some of these levels that it already reached. And many people shot it down. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This JASMY coin's not going to go anywhere. And then JASMY coin started making some moves. We started seeing it at 75% of a penny, 85% of a penny, 1 cent. Then it started catching people's eye, catching their attention. 1.5 cents, 2 cents. Like, well, what's going on, right? We're seeing it grow by 400% at the moment. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why? So then they started getting on the bandwagon. They started researching it and seeing exactly what I've seen. And it's understandable. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I told you so, even though I did do that. But I'm not going to do it extensively and be like, I told you so that this is going to be worth a lot more. And now that it has come back down from those high points that it was at, they're saying the same thing. Oh, you know what? It was just a fluke. JASMY coin wasn't supposed to be worth multiple billions of dollars. I can understand getting to 1 billion and going, oh, well, it's not going to be worth that. And then seeing it retrace and then maybe questioning it. But seeing it get to multiple billions and believing that it's not $1 billion cryptocurrency is insane. So let's talk about JASMY coin and if it is a good price to buy right now after seeing it at these high levels that it did get to. So if you guys could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links for Patreon, for Twitter down below in the description. And at the top of the description, I have a link for BTCC, which is honestly a fantastic platform that I've been able to utilize for about 10 months now. You can get a 10% deposit bonus when you specifically use my link, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055. It doesn't mean that you're going to get $10,000. It means that you have the opportunity to get $10,000 depending on the different thresholds that you hit. So feel free to check that out. Link is at the top of the description. You can get a 40% lower trading fees, up to 40% lower trading fees, as well as can trade up to a 500x leverage. You don't have to trade 500x. You can trade 2x if you want to, but you can trade and leverage trade and just make a little bit more money while adding maybe a little bit more risk to the table. So feel free to check it out. Link is at the top of the description. But JASMY coin, where it currently stands, is at 1.3 cents. And seeing it at 1.3 cents, there's a lot of people that may have not seen what JASMY coin did, and now we're looking at it and like, this is expensive compared to the last time you talked about it. 30% of a penny, 40, 50% of a penny. That's way too high right now. This is literally triple the price of, 40% of a penny, and almost triple the price of, 50% of a penny, right? So you're looking at some of these prices, some of these places that people got in, and now you're like, this is too expensive. It's currently at a $669 million market cap with $107 million worth of volume. You're seeing a 16% volume to market cap ratio, which honestly is great. It shows the level of popularity. Anything above 10% shows the popularity that it does have. The volume is up 188% on the day, especially compared to what we saw in the last 24 hours, all the way down to about 1 cent instead of the 1.3 cent mark. But today it's up 17%, so it's great to see that. There are 93,000 holders. We're looking at 50 billion of the total supply, and we have 49.44 billion JASMY coin in the max supply. If we look at the last 7 days, it is up by about 8%. In the last month, it's still down by 20%. You're seeing it from 17 down to 13. In the last year, it's down by 53% from the 3 cent mark all the way down to 1.3 cents. So you're probably saying, like, is it worth it to buy? Because honestly, this is still higher, a high price compared to the 50% of a penny? And the short answer to that is yes. It's still a time to buy. I would buy if I didn't own JASMY coin, this would be a solid price to try and capture $1 million. But currently, I own JASMY coin, and I own it at 40% of a penny. If we go over to my Coinbase, I have 900,000 that's here, 100,000 that's over there. I have a total of $1 million JASMY coin, giving me basically, let me go ahead and refresh this, giving me basically $14,000 ish, right? $13,600 if you want to be specific. If you look at my average, it is 39% of a penny. This is 2.3% of my portfolio, but you're seeing that my realized gain or unrealized gain is $9,123.43. So I bought at a low price point. But even if I didn't buy at a low price point, I still would believe in where this is. And the reason why I would believe in where this is because if you go over to coin market cap and just look at the last year, right? If you look at the last, let's say 24 hours, the last 24 hours, we've seen some movement at 1.1 cents to 1.4 cents. The last month, we've seen some movement from about 1 cent to 1.8 cents. But if you look at the last year, full year and where this was, the highest point was 5.8 cents. 5.8 cents. That is a multiple billion-dollar market cap. Then the low level in the last year was 83% of a penny. So seeing where we currently are, they always have a meter that shows you where you currently are relative to the lowest price and the highest price. It is closer to the lowest price in the last 52 weeks than it is towards that higher price. Meaning that if you're looking for the long-term outcome, if you're looking for altcoin season and a major pickup of things, and you're not looking to just buy to sell tomorrow, this could be a great play for you. This could be something that honestly you see a 5x, a 6x, a 10x, 20x. Honestly, I look at it and I'm looking at levels of $1 and $2, and you can take away the 1.3 cents and just looking at a 1 cent. If you get up to $1, that's a 100x from there. Obviously, $1.36 would be a 100x if you're looking at it from this level, which wouldn't be an insane market cap. It would be less than a $75 billion market cap for something that has utility, that has belief, that has an ecosystem, and it has growth potential. Everybody knows data, everybody wants to control data, and that's what really JASMY coin gives you in the end. So just to give you that little peace of mind, if you're buying right now, this is a solid place to buy. I'm not saying that it's the best place to buy, because 83% of a penny obviously was the best. But if you look at how close it is to the best place to buy, it's insanely close. If it was here, then you could be 50-50 and be like, you know what? I still believe in above that price. You can buy then, or you can wait it out and be like, I want it a little bit lower, right? But seeing it at 1.3 cents where it stands, there's so much room for growth, even just to get to the all-time high, market cap wise, not price wise, because the all-time high says it was $4.99, which we can always get into that in the future. I also have done a video on it in the past, but it's closer to the bottom than it is to that top, meaning that you have a lot of room for growth. So I want you guys to check it out. I even have a long-term position that's sitting in my BTCC platform, and I currently have JASMY coin. Yes, I'm down 24%. I bought at a level of my open price was 1.5 cents. Current price is 1.3 cents. I'm down 25%, but I'm looking at it for the long term there. And I would honestly supplement and continue to add at these levels, because this is a solid play for the long term and even for relative short term. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about JASMY coin and where it stands. Is it a good place to buy? Do you believe that it's over and that there's going to be no hype and no push to it? Let me know in the comment section below. Or do you believe that it's just going to run and we're going to see major movement in JASMY coin? Guys, check out my link for BTCC down below and my links for Patreon and Twitter. I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.